All right, now we're going to start to draw our buildings on our cityscape. So the first thing we need to do is draw a very, very light line that is our horizon line. We don't want, and I'm going to do this in a pencil because it's so important that it be a light line. So I'm going to line up VP1 and VP2 and draw my light line all the way across. All of our buildings need to be taller than the horizon line. This helps us to avoid having to draw the tops of the buildings. So this will make it a little bit easier as we go and draw the rest of our buildings. So all of these lines that we're going to draw now are the heights of the buildings. So I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to line up my my T-square with the bottom edge, the blue part, bottom edge of my paper. I'm going to start at the corner of our sidewalk block, and I'm going to draw up nice and straight. And I have to stop above the horizon line. So I could stop there, or I could stop anywhere in this space. So I'm going to make this building a medium-sized building. Okay. So there's my first height for my middle building. From this point on, I can draw 2 or 3 additional lines on the left side. So I'll draw 3 on the left side. Here's where I'm going to determine how wide my building is. So this first building, I'll make it approximately that wide. And I'm going to start at the sidewalk and draw up, and I'm going to make it a shorter building. I'm going to slide over to the left, make this building a little bit wider. I'll start at the sidewalk, but I'm going to make it super tall. And then the last building here, I'm going to go right there, and again, I'll make it a medium height building. So I have a variety of widths and a variety of heights. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the right side. Same thing. On the right side, I can draw 2 or 3 lines to create the heights and widths of my building. So I'm going to start over here. I'll decide that that's a good width for my building. Start at the sidewalk and draw up. And I'm going to make this one taller. And then maybe this time I'm going to make that building really wide and make this one a medium size. So again, I've varied the widths and varied the heights of those buildings. Now we're going to start putting tops on our buildings. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start on the very left side, and we're going to work towards the middle, and then we'll do the same thing on the right side. So I'm going to line up this top of this building here with vanishing point 1 and draw a line. This is at an angle, and people get confused or concerned that that's wrong. But that's an accurate height or top of my building right there. The next building is a little bit taller. I'm going to line it up with vanishing point 1 and draw the line all the way across if I can. Now, the next building here is a little bit shorter. So instead of drawing my line through the other buildings to vanishing point 1, when I hit the side of this building here, I'm going to stop. So line it up with vanishing point 1. Draw over. If I hit the side of a building, I stop. Okay. The next one here is my middle building. So I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to start at the top, line up with vanishing point 1, draw over, and when I hit the side of a building, I'm going to stop. That's the first part to adding our tops to our buildings. I'm going to do the same thing on the right. I'm going to start on the right side and work my way into the middle. So top of the building here lines up with vanishing point 2 because I'm on the right side. Next building is really pretty tall. I'm going to line it up with vanishing point 2. If I run into the side of a building, I stop. And this next one here is the middle building. It does go in both directions. So I'm going to line it up with vanishing point 2. And if I run into the side of the building, I'm going to stop. So that ends up being the tops of the buildings. And then all I need to do at this point is take my eraser and go back in and erase that horizon line. We don't need it anymore. It was only there to help us figure out how tall our buildings had to be so that we don't have to add a side to them. We get rid of the horizon line. Okay, there we go. Next video, we're going to talk about adding sides to your buildings.